plenty brave enough. I just don't like roller coasters. They make me want to puke.
Mindy, what was your favorite ride?
I like the Palace of Stars. Can we go on that ride again?
Of course. Dad and me will go with you. Mom can take Matt and Mikey to ride the roller coaster.
Awesome. I want to go on the bumper carts. Did you see me yesterday? I bumped more cars than anyone else. I'm really good at bumper cars, like the absolute best. Mom and Dad are up. Let's get going.
Matt, we have to give them some time to eat their breakfast, to get dressed. Why don't we play a game of Go Fish while we wait?
You've gone too far. We can't do this. It's illegal. You caused this to happen.
It'll be all right.
We can't stay here. Where are we going to go?
Don't worry about it.
We're going to have to move. We don't have the money for this. We can't get a loan from your parents for something like this.
Keep your voice down.
In my job, I won't be able to work if any of this gets out. We're going to be arrested.
Oh, we won't. It'll be
The kids aren't even going to understand.
It'll be all right.
Michael is only 5. He needs us. And Melody, she's just 12.
You can't get upset like this. We have to think this through.
I don't want to be the one that had to tell them that we have to move and leave everything.
Shh.
You did this. You have to tell them.
Well, look who's finally here. Everyone else managed to arrive on time yesterday. I just can't believe that you tried driving up here in the dark. If you couldn't be here when you were supposed to, you should have at least waited to drive until it was daylight. I just can't believe you did that. Well, better late than never.
I'm climbing to the top of a tree. In other words,
No.
yep. Not fast, but
Slow. Have a rule. Ah, I hate it.
yes.
You were the worst. Oh my God.
Those are the rules.
Ah.
Rules? I thought we. Okay.
I'm going to cook it up with a pan, but
Hot.
Something. It's in a box. And you. Right. Yeah. You write on it.
oh god, I don't even know what this is.
Oh, on the ship at the back, it steers it.
Water.
Yeah.
Are you like? Is everybody paying attention to the game? Even?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
trying to,
Hey.
man.
It's,
I'm sure I have I have all the numbers.
Except that.
Set that number. Oh, let's play Uno. Yeah, Uno.
Good job.
You looked at my cards.
I know your cards.
You looked at my cards.
You.
You know what? Whatever. I didn't want to play this stupid game anyway.
Calm down.
You know what? I actually have like a lot of important work to do back at home, so I think I'm just gonna, hey, have fun with your game though.
So immature. I'm so glad that all of you could make it up here for our family reunion. Some of you had quite a trip, didn't you? Matt, you came all the way from Pennsylvania. You've traveled so far just to get back here to Oregon. Your job can wait. Hardly ever take vacation time. Things are not going to fall apart without you for a few more days. Plus your return flight isn't until next week. And it is so nice all this time. Man, it is so nice to see you here this morning, but I really wish you would have waited until the morning instead of driving all night. You know you don't have very good night vision. It's just lucky you didn't have an accident. And then what would we have done? You know the road to the cabin is treacherous driving at night with all the switchbacks and drop-offs.
No, Molly, Mandy isn't careful.
Cassandra, I am so glad you were able to finish your finals early and be here in time for dinner. Did you have a nice drive down from Seattle?
Yeah, Mom, it was fine. Just, driving.
Well, it really is great to have all of you here.
Mom, did you forget about us? I know we didn't have to drive as far, but Natalie took time off from her girls' trip to be here like you wanted.
Yes, of course. We're glad you came too.
Your mother and I are glad that both of you are here. It wouldn't be the same without the whole family.
Great family you've got here, Mikey. Maybe we should tell your mom.
No, not now.
Why don't we play another game?
If Matt keeps behaving this way, it's going to spoil the whole week. You have to talk to him.
Well, maybe we could take him for a walk and speak privately with him. He'll never listen with everyone here. Maybe Melody could join us. She has this way of explaining things to him so he will listen.
Fine, whatever it takes to get through his thick skull.
Matt, we're going for a walk.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Here, it's my stuff.
Let's do that.
Go for a walk.
So you're in college? Yeah, I'm gonna graduate next year.
Oh, that's fun.
I went to my first year of college. I wanted to study fashion design, but I got an internship at Mystic Los Angeles that I really couldn't pass up. Unfortunately, that didn't really end like I expected. So, what are you studying?
Oh, I am a child psychology major, but I hope to get my master's in education.
Sounds interesting.
You know, it really is. One of my friends told me the coolest fact the other day. Did you know that as a child, you don't have any long-term memory until after you turn 8 years old? I had no idea. What was the first thing that you remember?
Well, I think I remember my first day of school. There was the nicest little girl who made friends with me. I was feeling really scared being away from my parents for the first time. Somehow she must have known, because she ran right up to me and asked me to play with her. From that point on, we played together every day. But after a month, she moved away. It's funny, I haven't thought about her for years.
That reminds me. Ugh, I hate this stupid phone. It always dies on me, and I think I forgot to charge it before I got here. And then I left my charger at home. I'm gonna go check to see if Dad has the same charger. I think he does. I'll be right back.
know Mom doesn't like that nickname. Your name is Cassandra.
Fine, whatever. Okay, 6. Valuables. Describe one of your favorite family celebrations. Oh, remember that time that Mom gave me that jewelry set from Tiffany's?
Oh, fine. That's awesome. Thanks.
Enjoy it.
Age 12 today.
Thank you.
Nice.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
I knew you'd like that.
How'd you know?
Dad, I want it. Oh, nice. It's cool. Thank you. Thank you.
I should have known. You always go overboard with gas. I am really thankful for my refreshers, but I feel like if Mom and Dad didn't spend so much money on gas, they maybe had some money to buy these paints. I've used up all of them from last year.
I'm gonna get some paints. What else do you need?
Three. What is one of your hobbies? What do you like about it? Probably watching baseball games. Used to like going to see those with Dad. Remember when I caught that fly ball that was going to go into the crowd? That was so awesome.
I don't remember.
You must have been home with Mom. She hated baseball games.
Why didn't I get to go?
What do you mean? Why didn't you get to go? We went every weekend. Actually, I guess we didn't really go that much. Let's keep playing, please.
Yeah. My turn. Let's see. 6 of you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
My biggest prank. That's an easy one. 3rd grade. Mrs. Ramirez was out of the classroom, and before she got back, I put a bunch of salad dressing in her chair, and she sat down, and you could see it in her face. She thought for a minute, and then she screamed. Oh, so worth it. But yeah, Mom had to come get me early from daycare to go get you.
Daycare? What are you talking about? We never went to daycare.
You were homesick. A lot.
And then Matt had to stay home with Dad, and Mom took us to the amusement park to make up for it.
No, they didn't take you to an amusement park.
I guess I remember going to the amusement park. I think I was 4 or 5. Look, Mom, this is ice cream.
I remember that. Why didn't I get ice cream?
You were home with Mom.
Your turn, Melody. Why are you guys acting so weird?
Let's just keep playing. 3. Tell about a time you gave or were given flowers. Oh, 1st grade, I played Trade Number 3, and Dad brought me flowers.
Oh, carnations, right?
It's okay, Cassie. I'm here.
I want to go home.
Home? We can go not. And you can go with Mom to get flowers.
I hate roses. I only like carnations.
Ooh, carnation. Perfect. So, what color carnations do you like?
Hey guys, I brought some snacks. What are you playing? Oh, I thought we put that one away.
Cassandra, why don't you head to bed? It's been a long day and I'm sure you're really tired. Gosh, look at the time, it's so late. We really need to get some sleep for tomorrow. You want to be rested, right?
Oh, yeah. We're all really tired, and Cassandra, I'm sure you are too. So, good night.
Okay. Good night, I guess.
You didn't say anything, did you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Good. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Night.
What do you think you're doing?
Should never have come here. Nothing's changed.
Immature, as always. You are not going anywhere. Lay down and go back to sleep.
What's going on?
What's wrong?
What an idiot! How does he expect to get to town on foot? It has to be at least 10 miles. You know, Matt may have been a big football star in college, but even then he didn't have the kind of endurance it takes to walk down logging roads through the woods.
What are you talking about? Hey, where is Matt?
My car's still here. Are you saying that he decided to walk to town in the middle of the night?
Why? Why would you do that? Well, he got so upset when I went to Uno yesterday. He threatened he was gonna leave. I thought he was just blowing off steam.
Does he normally act this way?
His water bottle is still on the counter. He'll never get far if he doesn't have water. He never thinks. He's just like his father.
It'll be alright, Mom. I'll just go get him. He can't have gotten far.
No, he's an adult. He made an idiotic decision. Now there are consequences for that action. Maybe then he'll think once and stop making such foolish, impulsive decisions. How he has survived this long on his own, I'll never know.
Calm down, Molly. You sure that will make it back today before night's over? How about I go make some breakfast?
Sure. Sounds good, Dad.
Just make waffles. That's what everybody likes best.
Go make the waffles.
It's not like Matt. He would have left a note or something. Maybe he couldn't find paper or didn't want to wake anybody up.
Yeah, right. Matt used to not care about waking everybody in the house up. He used to wake me up all the time when he was in high school to go over gameplays at night.
Hey, look what I just found. It's a note.
What's it say?
The boss called me and said I needed to get back to work. Matt.
Because he's not coming back.
He said he cleared his schedule for this. I'll call Mr. Jones myself and straighten this out. Hello, I need to speak to Mr. Jones immediately. This is a very important matter of which I need to speak to him directly. No, I will not leave a message. I need to speak to him immediately. Thank you. Mr. Jones, this is Molly Reynolds, Matt Reynolds' mother. I'm calling on behalf of him to say that he will not be able to come back to work until Friday. Yes, I know he took those days off, but then you called him last night and told him he needed to come back to work. I see. don't believe him. I told Matt that he was not a good man, and Matt told me that he actually stole from the company.
Sure, it was just a misunderstanding. Hey, how about we watch a movie?
It doesn't matter whether he left a note or not, or whether his boss called him or not. He left his phone. He doesn't have a way to call for help. Him and I should go look for him. It won't take that long.
I can just go. You can stay with your family. Then gives me and Matt a chance to talk. You know, maybe it would help to talk with someone, the man who's not with the family. You know what I mean?
I do have a bit of a headache from being woken up so abruptly, so I wouldn't mind laying down for a while. Just make sure you have your phone, just in case.
Where are my keys? Okay. Well, I'll just go.
God, I slept the whole morning. Where is everybody?
They're probably outside. We're almost done. I finally found something that Cassandra isn't good at.
Left. Everything okay?
Yes, dear, everything's fine.
Aside from that,
Don't worry about him. He'll be fine.
So is he staying the rest of the week?
I don't know. You can ask him yourself when he gets back.
When he gets back? Well, him and Tim would have been back by now.
Who knows? Maybe they went into town. Maybe Tim took him to the airport. I don't care. Matt is such a disappointment.
I would have thought Tim would have let me know his plans changed. There's no service. I expect why Tim didn't call. I wish he would hurry back. I was looking forward to spending as much time together as possible in the real world.
Hey Mel, do you want to take a turn? I don't think I'm cut out for this. Michael? I think I'm gonna go for a walk. Michael? I'm gonna go for a walk. I thought I saw some flowers outside. Great couple bonding time. Really glad I said no to my friend's trip so we can spend some time together.
It's almost 5. We would have thought Matt and Tim would be back by now.
They've been gone a long time. Where do you think they went?
No, it should not have taken this long. If they went into town, they would have called the landline and let us know what's going on. Oh God, how was like Tim's car? It's been effing up recently.
Yeah, that's weird that they haven't called. I can actually go look for them if you wanted me to. I have to go to the pharmacy to pick up some pain pills. Looks like I'm going to be out by the end of the week, even though I thought I had enough packed.
I could go to town with you.
Yeah, sure, Dad. Let me get my keys. Where's your car?
We ran out of gas about 5 miles down the road. We were able to pull the car off to the side. So the guys, they will be able to make it up the road.
So you found them.
No, we were not able to find Matt and Tim.
So where are they? They should have been back by now. Where could they have gone? Melody, calm down. You're always so emotional. I'm gonna go find them.
Go for it.
Michael, where are your keys?
They're on the shelf up there. I don't know.
So helpful.
Are you okay to drive?
I'm fine. You'll be fine as soon as I find Tim.
alone right now. She has someone else to live with her.
Hey, babe.
Hey. Mike.
Yeah?
I've been doing a lot of thinking today while you and your family have been playing video games.
Yeah, wasn't that fun?
I don't know, I wasn't playing. Well, anyway, I was doing a lot of thinking today. Why haven't you told your family about the engagement? Yes.
I wanted you to meet my mom and for her to meet you and get to know you and like you before we told them about us, because she hates surprises.
I don't care if she hates surprises. If you don't tell her tomorrow, I will. I'm going to bed. I've had about all I can stand of today. You guys! Melody fell. I don't know what happened. We found the car. It was at the bottom of the ravine. She tried to get down there, but she wasn't being careful and she slipped and fell. I tried to go down after her, but I couldn't get easy footing. She wasn't moving. I don't know what to do.
Well, we have to go back there. We can make a human ladder, or we could bring ropes, but we have to go back. Where is the car?
When I was trying to get down there, the keys fell out of my pocket and went down the ravine. I tried to run back as fast as I could. She was just laying there. She wasn't moving. I don't know if I can go back there and see her like that. I don't know.
Well, that's strange. I bet a tree knocked down the phone line. That happens all the time out here. I remember when I was a kid, we never seemed to have any phone service.
Well, in that case, there's really not much more we can do until it's light again. It's not safe to go down the embankment, especially with it being so dark. Someone is going to need to go into town in the morning and get some help.
So that's it? Nobody's even going to try to help Melody? What kind of family is this? Michael, this whole experience has been very eye-opening. You can have your ring back. I don't want anything to do with you or your family when we get back home.
You're right. You don't belong with this family. I'm glad we found out now and not later.
Well, good riddance. Michael, you proposed to her? You've done a lot of really dumb things in your life, but that is by far the stupidest thing you have ever done.
Mike, I'm going into town to get help.
What? What's going on?
I can't just sit around and wait. We couldn't do anything about it last night, but it's light now. And I know I didn't say anything before, but Matt didn't write that note.
What do you mean?
Well, I couldn't sleep Saturday night, so I went in to take a sleeping pill, and when I came back, the door opened and someone walked in. So I went back into the kitchen to call 911. I thought someone was breaking in, but when I glanced in to see if I was imagining things, they were just sitting at the desk writing a note. And the sleeping pill must have kicked in after that, because all I remember is waking up at the kitchen table.
Matt must have been talking to his boss outside on the phone and came back in another note.
No, you don't understand. It wasn't Matt. They were bundled up in a big coat and a winter hat, but it wasn't Matt.
It makes no sense. You must have dreamed the whole... You really think that some stranger just walked into the house to write a note to throw us all off the track? I thought you told me you were done with those sleeping pills.
I wasn't dreaming, and it wasn't Matt. And arguing is not going to solve any of this. We've got to get going before everyone wakes up.
Fine, but I don't want you going by yourself. I'll go with you. This isn't exactly the dream vacation. I could use a break from you.
No, I need you to stay here and keep an eye on everyone. I have a feeling that someone knows more than they're letting on about.
You're crazy. If you want to walk to town by yourself, go ahead. I might get more sleep.
No, I need you to make sure no one follows me.
Well, we can't just sit around all day waiting. I mean, we should find something to kill the time. It's gonna take a while for Natalie to hike all the way into town.
Well, I could make breakfast. Who wants pancakes or waffles? Muffins? French toast.
Let's just have cereal today. No need to make a bunch of dirty dishes that I have to wash.
Mom, why don't we watch a movie? I mean, you have such a big collection. I'm sure we could find something that we would all enjoy watching.
That would help kill the time.
Michael, what kind of movie do you want?
Action.
I'm not sure most of us are into action. I was thinking something a little less dramatic. What about you, Mom? What do you suggest?
Whatever you want to do is fine. I feel a migraine coming on. I'm going to go lay down.
Comedy would be good. Give us something we could all laugh about.
How about you, Cassandra? Does a comedy sound okay?
Maybe. What do we have to choose from? Oh, Annie. I always wanted to watch this when I was a little kid. I wonder how it got stuck back there. Let's watch this one. Dad always said that the present's the best gift.
Really? A kid's movie? Do we have to?
Sure, why not?
Of course Cassandra gets what she wants. She always gets what she wants.
It's a good movie. You're gonna like it.
That's weird.
That's weird.
I swear I've seen this before. It's the hard knock life for me. It's the hard knock life for me. Instead of shooting, we get tricked. Instead of kisses, we get kicked. It's the hard knock life. Where can I have seen this before? I don't remember.
Actually, I don't really feel like watching a movie anymore. Actually, Cassandra, there was something that I thought you might find interesting. I was reading this really good book, and I just remembered I thought you might like it. We could go check it out. It's just really...
Mandy, what are you talking about? We just started watching the movie. If you want to read a book, that's fine, but I want to watch the movie.
Listen, we don't need to watch movies all day. We should do something more productive. We could go outside, go for a walk, as a family.
Dad, I want to watch the movie. Why can't I?
No, we are done with movies. End of discussion.
Mom!
Come eat breakfast. There's plenty of cereal. Michael, you are such a klutz. And look what a big mess you made.
Mom! Never mind, it doesn't matter. It doesn't taste right. I think this milk is sour.
There is nothing wrong with your food. Finish your cereal and stop complaining.
I don't want any more. I think I'm gonna go to sleep. Wake me up when everybody else is done eating.
What a waste! You know, if you weren't hungry, you shouldn't have poured yourself such a big bowl of cereal and then go and spill the milk. It's not like we can just run out to the store and get more.
We could play a card game. How about blackjack?
Oh, okay. I'll go with Michael.
Just let him sleep.
17, 18, 19, 20. 4, 11, 16, 17, 18, 19. Diller has 9 plus 3 is 12. I'm out. You both win. Great job.
We'll do it every time. What's the point? We'll lose anyway. Michael, you must not have slept well last night. Michael, wake up! Wake up! Michael, wake up! Michael? Hey! Michael, open your eyes! Michael! Dad! Michael's not okay! Michael, wake up! Please, wake up! Open your eyes! Come on, wake up! Dad, help him!
Michael.
Michael! What are you doing?
He's not breathing. He's got no pulse.
I'll go get her. Mother God! She did it. I just know she did it. She poisoned him. We've got to get out of here.
Calm down. What are you talking about?
She tried to poison all of us. Michael saved our lives by spilling the milk. If we don't go, we're going to be next.
Look, we don't know that for sure. We don't have a car. And if we stay out here, you're going to need your exercise.
Oh, man.
Look. I will go back and get it for you. I have an idea. I think Mom has a gun in the bedroom. If we have that, then we'll have protection. You stay right here. I'll be right back.
I'll be right here. Listen here.
If you have found this note, then it is too late to save me. I thought we were all invited here for a family reunion, but I have just learned the real reason. Molly and Mason wanted to get rid of all of the evidence. Me, Michael, Mandy, Matt, and Melody. Before their big secret.
We need to talk.
Is Mandy okay?
Mindy's fine. Don't worry about her. I know what you did.
It was an accident.
An accident? Don't tell me that was an accident.
You wouldn't understand. Didn't mean for it to happen. It just
I found the newspaper clippings. I saw the notes. I saw everything. There's no way that was an accident.
Sandra, what are you doing? Put that down before you hurt someone. Babies. They're all gone now. There, stand up and put your hands on your head. As you are aware, we are investigating the deaths of your husband and children. We have a few questions we would like to ask you today. Your cooperation cooperation in this matter is greatly appreciated. And before we begin, I must inform you that you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand the rights I have just read to you? And with these rights in mind, do you wish to speak to me? Would you like to make a statement?
Can you tell us what happened? Well, I came to the cabin Friday night with my boyfriend, Michael. His family was having a reunion, and his parents invited us to stay at their cabin. But things didn't quite seem right from the moment that we arrived. Molly didn't seem to approve of anything anyone was doing. It was really uncomfortable. Matt was so upset he left after the first night.
Can you describe that to us?
Oh, Matt was a big 49ers fan. He was always wearing that jersey with his favorite player's number on it. 21.
I think that may be a positive idea on the body in the car.
Please continue with your story.
After Matt left, disappeared, Molly insisted that no one should go search for him. That seemed a little strange, but everyone else didn't argue, so I didn't want to interfere. But when he didn't come back all day, Tim finally convinced.
Who's Tim?
Oh, sorry. Tim is, or was, Melody's boyfriend. Melody is Molly's oldest daughter.
Continue.
Tim finally convinced Molly to let him search for Matt. He left in his car and never came back. And again, Molly didn't want anyone to go search for him. Mason and Mandy, Mason, he's the man in the kitchen, and Mandy's another daughter. She was here when I left.
What can you tell us about Mandy?
Did something happen to her too? Is that why you're asking?
Is there anything you can tell us about Mandy?
Michael said that she had a lot of allergies. She hardly ever left the house.
That would explain everything.
Continue, please.
Mason and Mandy went to look for Matt, but their car got stranded down the road and they didn't find anything. Molly didn't want anyone else leaving, but Melly wouldn't hear of it. She left and Cassandra, she's the other person in the kitchen, went with her. Poor Melody. She was so beside herself when she spotted Tim's car, she tried to climb down, but she fell. Cassandra came back as soon as she could, but there wasn't anything to be done. I left early the next morning to get help. I don't know what happened after that.
I think it is pretty clear what happened after you left.
Ma'am, do you wish to tell us anything further?
I didn't think it would end like this.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Steiner presiding.
Could I please have the parties identify themselves for the record? Your Honor, Michael Pendleton and Elizabeth Simons appearing on behalf of the state of Oregon.
Your Honor, Melissa Huff and James Finch appearing on behalf of Mrs. Reynolds.
I would like to present to the court what has been marked as Exhibits 1 through 25. Copies have also been provided to the defense counsel. Exhibits 1 through 25 represent a number of photographs taken at the scene.
didn't seem right the moment that we arrived. Mrs. Reynolds kept yelling and making fun of the children and her husband too. She didn't seem to like them very much. I didn't understand why she wanted everyone there. It didn't make much sense. And everyone was so tense, afraid of saying or doing something that would make her turn on them. When her oldest son Matt disappeared, we thought he had just had enough and gone back home. Mrs. Reynolds insisted that we didn't go search for him, but we knew that he would have to walk like 10 miles to get back into town. It seemed a little strange, but I didn't make a fuss. And everybody else seemed to be going along with it. When Tim, the boyfriend of Mrs. Reynolds' oldest daughter, volunteered to go look for Matt, I was so relieved. But he never came back. We were very worried about him, but Mrs. Reynolds got so upset with anybody who talked about going and looking for him. Melody, her oldest daughter, was eventually brave enough to go search for Tim and Matt. She found his car off of the embankment, and by some horrible twist of fate, she slipped and fell trying to get into the car. At least she was spared the horror of dying in her mother's own hand. Mrs. Reynolds insisted that we wait until the morning to go and search for them. I left early the next morning to hike into town to go get help.
When we arrived on the scene, we heard gunshots, and the defendant came running out of the house. Officer Jacobs and I found the defendant with the body of her daughter, Mandy. Inside the cabin were the bodies of her husband, Mason, her son, Michael, and Cassie Reinhold. We found the body of her son, Matt, in Tim's car.
Jason and I had taken the girls to Adventure Kingdom for Cassie's 5th birthday. It was about a 5-hour drive from our house, so she hadn't been there before. It was her first time, and she was so excited. We'd spent the entire morning reminding her to walk with us and hold our hand. She'd just gotten an ice cream cone when she asked if she could run ahead to the carousel that was just around the corner. I thought she'd be fine to run ahead because we were both right behind her. After she skipped off, the baby started fussing, so we stopped to find the pacifier. It was just for a minute. It was at the bottom of the bag, and we weren't that far behind her. We lost sight of her briefly when she ran around the corner. As soon as we turned the corner and I saw Cassie's ice cream cone lying on the ground, I had this strange feeling in my stomach, and Cassie was nowhere to be seen.
We made Cassie be extra careful with her ice cream because it was a special treat. So we thought she had hidden when she dropped her cone, because she thought she might get in trouble. We didn't want to make a big deal over it. It was just an ice cream cone. If she saw the park security looking for her, she would have thought she was really in trouble. So we decided to look for her ourselves, casually. But when we couldn't find her after 15 minutes and no one remembered seeing her, we realized she wasn't hiding. They shut down the park, they closed the gate, but by then it was too late. One employee remembered seeing a family with a girl about Cassie's age sleeping on their shoulder. It was a little odd for the middle of the afternoon, but they weren't acting suspicious, so nobody stopped them. They could have had our little girl. I guess we'll never know. The police did a search of the entire area. We contacted the media to get public help with the search, but there was no trace of Cassie. But we never gave up hope, and we were so sure that she was safe somewhere. We never stopped looking for her. And when the police contacted us saying that they'd found our little girl, we were so happy. But that's when we found out what had happened.
Your Honor, Tim's parents, Lucia and Miguel,
only child. He was a gifted writer and his work was showing such promise. He had been waiting to surprise Melody after they returned from this trip with the news that his novel had been accepted by Simon Schuster, and he was receiving an advance payment of $1,000. Now his novel, his first published work, will be his last, and he will never see the finished book in print. Tim was such a kind and forgiving son, always giving, always helping out those less fortunate, and making time for his friends and family whenever they needed someone to turn to. For the past 5 years, he has volunteered weekly at the Happy Paws Animal Shelter. Who will take his place?
My son was our greatest gift, and his life was taken needlessly and viciously. The medical examiner said that after his brake line was severed and he lost control of the vehicle, his car made a very rough descent over the embankment. His injuries were severe, but they did not lead to his immediate demise. In his final moments, despite excruciating pain, he found the strength to pull out his phone and type a partial message to Melody, telling her how much he loved her.
Attorney Finch, would you like to present evidence?
Your Honor, permission to approach. I would like to present to the court what has been marked as Exhibits 1 through 5. Copies have been provided to the prosecution. The Exhibits 1 through 5 detail the divorce paperwork that Mrs. Reynolds was in the process of filing at the time of the tragedy. The evidence that I will be presenting today clearly shows that Mr. Reynolds planted evidence to frame his wife. The defendant, Molly Reynolds, has lived in fear of her husband, Mason, for most of their married life. Mr. Reynolds was responsible for the abduction of Cassidy Reinhold and used this information to blackmail my client. Afraid of being charged with as an accessory to the crime, Mrs. Reynolds was at the mercy of her husband's bidding. The family was forced to move, and Mrs. Reynolds lost all contact with her family and her friends, her only support system. Living the hidden life that she did, few people were aware of the circumstances of her struggles. This family reunion was Mason's idea, concocted at the last minute when Mrs. Reynolds told her husband that she was planning to file for divorce. Mr. Reynolds became convinced that his criminal past would be revealed, and this fear sent Mr. Reynolds over the edge and drove him to murder their children, Matt, Mandy, and Michael, as well as Cassidy Reinhold. Tim Carmichael was collateral damage. These senseless deaths were all the result of his intent to frame Mrs. Reynolds in an attempt at ultimate revenge.
The prosecution and the defense have both had an opportunity to present evidence and question witnesses. I will now listen to closing arguments. Attorney Simons, will you be speaking on behalf of the prosecution?
Yes, Your Honor.
There is no way to adequately describe the unimaginable tragedy that brings us before the court today, nor words to try to express the horror, the pain, or the suffering the defendant has caused to the Reynolds, Reinhold, and Carmichael families, to this community, to everyone who is a part of this investigation. Throughout the investigation, two questions have remained.
location where she thought no one would ever find them, the family's isolated cabin in the woods. Our motivation was simple, Your Honor, a desire for a fresh start and the elimination of all witnesses to the kidnapping. Why did Mason, Matt, Mandy, Michael, Tim, and Cassie have to lose their lives in order for the defendant to get what she wanted? Your Honor, justice demands the maximum of sentence of 25 years run consecutively for each of the victims, and a maximum sentence of 5 years for the kidnapping of Cassie Reinhold. 6 lives were lost from June 30th to July 2nd at the hands of the defendant for reasons we will never fully understand or know. Prison for the remainder of her life is exactly what she deserves for this horrific crime.
The evidence shows, without a reasonable doubt, that Mrs. Reinhold was a victim of circumstance. A devoted wife and mother, it was her love for her family that ultimately resulted in her husband abusing her trust and framing her for the murders in a last sickening attempt at revenge when she began filing paperwork for divorce. Instead of the trip being a chance to spend time with her children and their significant others, it turned into a nightmare for her and her children. The final blow was the accusation that she could somehow be involved in the deaths of her children. Clearly, that was not the case. Mrs. Reynolds has suffered so much already with all the circumstances surrounding this case. We hope that the court can find compassion and understanding for her cause.
At this time, Mrs. Reynolds, you have the right to make a statement if you choose. If you'd like to make a statement.
No, sir.
The court has considered the arguments made by the attorneys and the statements made by Mrs. Albach, Holly Reinhold, and Officer Richmond. Now, due to the heinous nature of these crimes, anything less than the maximum sentence would depreciate the seriousness of the offense. So the court is going to sentence Mrs. Reynolds as follows. With regard to count 1, murder in the first degree as it relates to Mason Reynolds. Count 2, murder in the first degree as it relates to Matthew Reynolds. With count number 3, murder in the first degree as it relates to Mandy Reynolds. With count number 4, murder in the first degree as it relates to Michael Reynolds. With count number 5, murder in the first degree as it relates to Cassidy Reynolds. With regard to count number 6, murder in the first degree as it relates to Timothy Carmichael, the court sentences you to life in the Oregon Department of Corrections with no possibility of parole. With regard to count number 7, kidnapping in the second degree as it relates to Cassidy Reynolds, the court sentences you to 5 years in the Oregon Department of Corrections to run consecutively with the other charges. Bailiff, I would respectfully ask that you take this defendant into custody and have her serve the rest of her life in the Oregon Department of Corrections. This court is in recess.
sweetheart. Run ahead. Get in line.
Mom and Dad are up. Let's get going.
Matt, we have to give them some time to eat their breakfast, to get dressed. Why don't we play a game of Go Fish while we wait?
You've gone too far.
We can't do this.
It's illegal. You caused this to happen. I had to tell them that we have to move and leave everything. You did this. You're going to have to go tell them.
It just
Children, I have some exciting news for you. We're going to have another little girl in our family for a while. Her name is Cassandra. She's 5 years old. Won't it be nice to have a new little sister? Just like Maya. Cassandra is going to stay with us for a while. Her mommy and daddy can't take care of her. So she's going to be our little girl.
Is this why we have to move?
I want to go home. I want to go home. I miss my mommy and my daddy and my little sister Emily.
Remember what Mom said? Your mommy and daddy need to take care of your baby sister right now. When they're ready, they'll let us know, and you can go back to your home.
I want to go now.
Be patient, Cassandra. We love you.
My name is Kathy, not Cassandra.
What do you think you're doing?
Should never have come here. Nothing's changed.
Immature, as always. You are not going anywhere. You lay down and go back to sleep.
So where are they? They should have been back by now. Where could they have gone? Melody, calm down. You're always so emotional. I'm gonna go find them. Michael, where are your keys?
They're on the shelf up there. I don't know.
So,
Are you okay to drive?
I'm fine. Be fine as soon as I find Tim. Thank you.
I think I'm gonna go with her.
dark. I figured we could use some light to find them.
We found some loose gravel here, so I thought I'd look.
Oh, okay. I'll look over that. Okay. Tim! I think I see something! Tim? Ugh. I told you I wanted to go home. Now it's game over for you.
She did it. I just know she did it. She poisoned him. We've got to get out of here.
Calm down. What are you talking about?
She tried to poison all of us. Michael saved our lives by spilling the milk. If we don't go, we're going to be next.
Look, we don't know that for sure. We don't have a car. And if we stay out here, you're going to need your knife.
Oh, man.
Look. I will go back and get it for you. We need to talk.
Is Mandy okay?
Mandy's fine. Don't worry about her. I know what you did.
You wouldn't understand. It was an
An
accident.
accident? Don't tell me it was an accident.
We didn't mean for it to happen. It just sort of ended up.
I saw the newspaper clippings. I saw all your notes. You can't tell me it was an accident.
Cassandra, what are you doing? Put that down before you hurt
You
someone.
stole my family. You stole my childhood. You stole my life. How could you think I would ever understand? There's no justification for what you did. I always knew that there was something you weren't telling me. Showering me with gifts and affection that I knew didn't feel real. When I found the newspaper clipping, I finally understood. Your children have paid the price for what you did. Now what should happen to you two? If you really loved me, you would have never taken me. And now you get to know what it feels like to be ripped apart from your family and your home.